Are you stuck trying to figure out what the AIDA model is and how to use it? Would you like to see an example of how and where you can apply it? I've been using this copywriting formula for many months now, and I want to show you the perfect example that you could use to replicate for all of your marketing copy. So to get the details, listen on. This is episode number 232. All right, everyone, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I publish these types of new videos. So today I want to talk about the AIDA model in marketing. So why do I want to talk about this? For over the past 5-10 years, I've heard that copywriting is so important in marketing and in sales. And if you want to be a good marketer, you need to know how to write copy. Now, I've always wanted to figure out how to write the best copy. I've been writing blog articles for 10 plus years now, but I never used to follow any type of structure or framework up until this year. And before, I didn't know how to structure my articles. I just kind of wrote however I wanted to write. But I never followed anything. I've heard about the AIDA formula, but I just didn't know how to use it or when to use it. So last year, I read a book called Copywriting Secrets from Jim Edwards, and he teaches you different copywriting techniques. And one of them is the AIDA formula. And, I read not only the Copywriting Secrets book, but just different blog articles. And I think it was also Russell Brunson's books as well that talked about the AIDA formula. I think, I forgot one, but it's one of those three in the trilogy. And just reading all of these books, I started to take notes, right? I started to take notes and really made sure that I knew what it was all about. But I never actually did anything. For me, I just write all these notes, but I never actually took action, and I was kind of beating myself up because I had this framework, but I wasn't using it. So not until this year that I actually decided to use it. And where I decided to use it first was in my podcast intro. So I'm not sure if you would notice, but all of my podcast intros follow a framework, and that's the AIDA framework. I'm not sure if you realize it, but go back, rewind, and try to see how I structure my intros because it does follow that framework. So now every time I create a blog, not a blog post, but a podcast intro, I follow that. And also for blogs, I do use that AIDA formula. And also for ad copy as well, I always follow this. And if I don't follow it, I actually now feel lost because I don't know what formula to use and things like that. So I always follow this formula. So I want to teach you about the AIDA formula and give you an example of the perfect AIDA framework or the example that you could use in your copywriting. So before I tell you about that, if you are in affiliate marketing, if you are wanting to build an affiliate business and start making money online, I actually just recently published a 5-day course. It's an affiliate blogging course. So I basically teach you how to build an affiliate blog from scratch. That way you can actually start making passive income online. So if you are interested, just go to thecalmmarketer.co/affiliate-blog-course. Put in your first name and your email address, and you will instantly enroll in this 5-day course, and I will immediately send you the first lesson into your inbox. So if you're interested, go there. So the AIDA model. So it's 4 parts. A stands for interest. A stands for attention. I stands for interest. D stands for desire, and A stands for action. So attention, and it goes from top to bottom, all right? So it goes from left to right. So the first part of your marketing copy or an ad or anything that you put out there is the attention. You need to hook people in to your blog article, to your podcast, to your Facebook ad. You need to grab their attention. All right. I personally like to use questions. I like to use questions because with questions, when you ask people a question, it's very normal for the human brain to want to answer that question, right? So I always like to have questions to pique people's interest and to get their attention. You can even add numbers, stats, because those things are very catchy. Numbers are really, really good. Stats are really, really good as well, like percentages. If you can say, you 10x your income or 10x whatever, 5x, things like that to grab their attention. Or it's just something very controversial. That is something that can make people stop, right? So grab their attention. And once you have their attention, next they will go down. So next one is interest. So you need to grab their interest. What are you offering to them that will interest them, right? So if you have a Facebook ad about maybe an ebook, you can mention, I have a 100-page ebook, right? That's an interest. Like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Or it could be, I want to talk to you about the AIDA formula, right? Or I've been using the AIDA formula for 1 year, and I have so many things to tell you about what I've learned over the past year. And the desire kind of goes a little bit deeper, and it kind of fleshes out the interest that you mentioned. So if you say, I just published a 100-page ebook, and you could say this ebook is all about how to make money online, 10 ways to make money online. The fifth one is my favorite. If you use these 10 methods, you will 10x your income within 1 month. So really make them desire that thing that you're talking about. Really make them desire that ebook. Make them desire that thing you want to talk about. Really make them want what it is you have. And then the last one is the action. So this is the call to action. So the call to action could be, read on to get the details. For my podcast episode, I always like to say, to get the details, listen on, right? Or things like that. So read on, listen on, click here, click learn more, click this button below to get started. So you want to tell people what to do to get that desire that you mentioned in the interest. Okay? So to see this, an example, I actually created an example. So first one is attention. Okay, so I want to say, for example, target bloggers and how they could use the AIDA model to write blog articles. So the attention is, are you struggling to figure out why people are not reading your blog? And that's a very common question that people have. If you are an affiliate blogger, a lot of times your blog pages might have high bounce rate. Or maybe your clients are asking you, hey, why are people bouncing off? Why are people not reading the blogs that we publish? And you want to pose that question. So if they are a blogger and if they read that, they'll stop. And next one is interest. So you want to pique their interest. So you could say, the reason could be your introduction. So that's, okay. So the reason why people are not reading my blog is my introduction. And then the next one is the desire, right? So the desire is, I want to teach you a simple copywriting formula called AIDA that you can use today to make more readers actually stick around and read your blog article. So this flushes it out. So I pique their desire. I make them want to desire what I have to say by mentioning that I have a simple copywriting formula called the AIDA framework that will make people stick to their blog and actually read it, right? And then the action is to learn about the AIDA model and see an example, listen on, right? So this is a great example of how to use the AIDA framework, the AIDA model in all of your marketing. So you could turn this into a blog intro. You could turn this into a podcast intro, a Facebook ad, anything in any type of marketing to make it effective. So try to use this out. Let me know if you find this easy, or if not, if you kind of are struggling with it, leave a comment in the description and I'll be happy to answer your questions. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, also hit the bell icon as well. And for all of my podcast listeners, I want to invite you to go to ratethispodcast.com/The Calm Marketer to leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you think of this content. I love reading your comments and your testimonials. So with that said, I will speak to you in the next episode.